welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at, well, one of the most talked about innovators out there, Elon Musk. Definitely ambitious, definitely polarizing. Our mission here is to take a stack of sources, mainly Ashlee Vance's big biography, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the quest for a fantastic future, and really pull out the key insights for you. Think of it as a shortcut to understanding the mind behind Tesla, SpaceX, all of it. The drive, the complexity.
And Vance is a great source for this. He's a longtime tech journalist, Bloomberg Businessweek, New York Times. His research gives the book real weight. Plus, it was written with Musk's cooperation, which is pretty significant, gives you a unique window, especially into those early years.
Okay, so let's unpack this, starting right at the beginning. Vance goes into quite a bit of detail about Musk's childhood. We're talking apartheid-era South Africa. And it sounds like it was tough, a difficult family situation, particularly with his father. Vance mentions emotional abuse. He describes Musk as this, bookish, kind of introverted kid, really into science fiction, space, computers. You can sort of see the seeds being planted, right? And then he leaves, heads to Canada, then the U.S. Really seems like he was trying to escape limitations, find bigger opportunities for education, for building things.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, and Vance really draws this connection, is how those early struggles seem to have forged this incredible resilience, the self-reliance. It wasn't just about getting away. It was like he learned early on how to just push through immense pressure, developed a kind of toughness you don't see often.
And he put that drive to work pretty fast, didn't he? Entrepreneurship. First big thing was Zip2, city guide software. That's led to PayPal, which he co-founded. And bam, he's a multimillionaire. Early 30s. For most people, that would be, okay, I've made it.
Exactly. But that's the key difference with Musk, isn't it? Vance makes it really clear the money itself wasn't the main goal. Not even close. It was always about funding these bigger, almost science fiction level ambitions. Space, clean energy, changing transportation. The millions were just, fuel for the rocket ship, so to speak. A tool to get to the really big stuff.
And that big stuff really kicks into high gear with SpaceX. He starts it in 2002. And the vision is just massive. Make space travel cheap, colonize Mars.
I mean, audacious doesn't even cover it.
But those first few years, wow, rough is an understatement. Vance describes repeated launch failures, one after another, pushing the company right to the edge, like actually running out of money.
Oh, completely. The book really captures the knife-edge tension of that period. Constant financial peril, everyone watching. And then comes that moment in 2008. Funds basically gone. Last chance saloon. And the Falcon 1 finally makes it to orbit. That single success saved everything, pulled them back from the brink. And look at SpaceX now. It genuinely revolutionized the industry. Reusable rockets, vertical landings, things people said were impossible. It changed the economics of space.
You've got Tesla Motors. And it's important to remember, he didn't start Tesla, right?
Right. He came in early as an investor, then took the reins.
But his goal was super clear. Make electric cars cool. Make them fast, make them desirable, make them sexy. Totally flipped the script on their sort of golf cart reputation back then.
Yeah, and again, just massive headwinds, constant delays, money problems, everyone in the traditional auto industry thinking he was crazy, total skepticism. Vance really hammers home how many times Tesla almost didn't make it. And yeah, bankruptcy multiple times. But they got the Roadster out eventually. And then the Model S, that was the game changer. Showed EVs could be better than gas cars. Performance, tech, everything. And Musk's involvement, according to Vance, was just relentless, super hands-on, engineering details, pushing teams. He was living in the factory at times. What really strikes you when you read about that level of persistence against those odds?
It's intense. And beyond cars and rockets, Vance also touches on SolarCity, founded by his cousin. Sometimes gets overlooked, but it fits into a bigger picture, doesn't it?
Absolutely. If you connect the dots, which Vance helps you do, you see Musk trying to build this whole ecosystem. It wasn't just separate companies. The idea was, okay, generate clean energy with solar panels from SolarCity, store it in batteries like the Tesla Powerwall, and then use that clean energy to power the electric cars. It's all linked, a kind of master plan for a sustainable energy future, as he framed it.
And underpinning all these massive technological bets seems to be this really deep, almost philosophical concern about humanity's future.
Yes, Vance really emphasizes this. It's not just business strategy for Musk. He seems genuinely driven by the belief that humans need to become multi-planetary. Like, it's essential for long-term survival to hedge against risks here on Earth. Asteroids, climate change, you name it. And that belief, that conviction, is what fuels the sheer intensity behind SpaceX and the Mars goal. It's less about quarterly returns and more about, saving the species. That's how Vance presents it.
Now, the book doesn't just paint him as a hero, though. He gets into the complexity of his personality, his work style. Vance describes him as, obviously, incredibly driven, super intelligent, but also a micromanager, deeply involved in everything, and demanding, sometimes reading between the lines, maybe even brutal with employees.
That definitely comes across.
And this perfectionism, this work ethic, 100-hour weeks being normal, it's hard to even imagine.
It really is. And Vance shows both sides of that coin. People admire the brilliance, the vision, the results. But there's also heavy criticism, documented in the book, about the management style. The extreme pressure, the expectations, people getting fired on the spot. It's intense. So it really makes you think, doesn't it, about leadership, especially when you're trying to do something that disruptive. What does it take? And what's the cost? Is there a line between genius and, well, just being incredibly tough to work for?
Speaking of the book itself, let's talk strengths.
Yeah.
What makes Vance's biography stand out? Well, the research, for one. He talked to over 300 people, not just Musk.
Yeah, colleagues, family, friends, even critics. It gives it breadth.
And it feels balanced.
Yeah.
It doesn't shy away from the difficult stuff, the flaws. It's not a puff piece.
Definitely not. It feels like a genuine attempt at a nuanced portrait.
Plus, he explains the tech pretty well. Rockets, batteries, makes it accessible.
And the narrative itself is just compelling. High stakes, drama, near failures. It reads like a thriller sometimes.
Okay. But it does have one obvious limitation.
The publication date.
Yeah.
2015. So a lot has happened since then.
Right. Tesla becoming the monster it is now, the most valuable car company.
Starship development really taking off.
Neuralink, the boring company. None of that's really in there.
True. But, even with that gap, the book provides such a solid foundation for understanding his core thinking, his approach, how these early, incredibly risky ventures got off the ground. It's still essential reading, I think.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. If someone reads Vance's book or listens to this deep dive, what are the main takeaways?
I think 4 things really stand out from Vance's work. First, taking massive risks is almost necessary for massive rewards, but man, it comes with brutal challenges, near-death experiences for the company.
Okay, risk and reward. Got it.
Second, this kind of visionary leadership. It needs brilliance, sure, but also this almost unbelievable resilience. And that often comes at a huge personal cost, relationships and so on.
Resilience and cost. Makes sense.
Third, persistence. Just sheer dogged persistence against failure. SpaceX is the prime example. Rockets blowing up again and again, and they just kept going.
Never giving up.
Pretty much. And finally, number 4. These aren't just businesses for Musk. Vance paints them as missions, existential missions really tied to his view of humanity's future. It's a different kind of motivation.
Right. So hopefully this deep dive gives you a clearer picture of Elon Musk's journey, his thinking, whether you're into startups, tech, space, energy, or just trying to understand these larger-than-life figures shaping our world.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with, something Vance's book certainly makes you ponder. How much disruption, how much personal cost, how much relentless, maybe even abrasive drive is actually needed to achieve things on this scale? Are leaders like Musk just reacting to the huge challenges they take on, or do they, in a way, create the extreme conditions that then seem to demand their extreme methods? Something to think about.